Do you think that AI will impact, our kitchen operations?
What was your occupancy percentage and what was your total consumption and what is the waste? So in that aspect, definitely AI going to help.
Young generation है, आपके हिसाब से what are the common mistakes they usually make?
People who has got 1 or 2 years of experience, they want everything so quick. The industry will take a stipulated time to reach into a certain level. If you count the hours, then you will not be able to reach where you're supposed to reach.
How do you reflect your food philosophy और उसको align कैसे करते हैं आप?
Food automatically gets aligned with the thought process of the leader.
How do you ensure the food safety?
In Maldives, we have got a company called Ensure. So they are our food safety partners and they are quite strict.
How did you manage to stay motivated?
As I tell my team, if you really love cooking or if you really practice how to put love in your food, then it does not only make the guest happy, it makes your soul also very happy. When you are very authentic, very genuine to connect with your team and share things which are in a very open and transparent manner, people look up to you, people follow you.
कोई शॉर्टकट नहीं, ना ही कोई स्पॉटलाइट, सिर्फ एक सपना, टू कुक हिज वे to the top. In today's episode of HospeTalk, we bring you the remarkable journey of Chef Subhash Jana, a story that proves your roots don't limit your reach. कोलकाता के शांत इलाकों से लेकर नूई मालदीव्स में पूरी culinary टीम को लीड करने तक, शेफ सुभाष जना की कहानी सिर्फ तरक्की की नहीं, बल्कि उनके ग्रिट, उनके पैशन और अनस्टॉपेबल विजन की है। इस एपिसोड में आपके लिए क्या है? हाउ ही बिल्ट हिज culinary करियर फ्रॉम स्क्रैच, वो हैबिट्स जो उनके लीडरशिप का फाउंडेशन बनी, वो माइंडसेट जिससे उन्होंने प्रेशर को पावर में बदला, एंड द अनटोल्ड लेसन्स फ्रॉम हिज राइज थ्रू इंडियाज टॉप किचन्स टू नूई मालदीव्स। अगर आप मानते हैं कि जगह कमानी पड़ती है, दी नहीं जाती, तो ये कहानी आपकी है। सब्सक्राइब टू HospeTalk फॉर मोर अनफिल्टर्ड हॉस्पिटैलिटी स्टोरीज। कमेंट व्हाट यू हैव लर्नड फ्रॉम दिस एपिसोड, या आपके क्वेश्चंस जो आप इंडस्ट्री लीडर से पूछना चाहते हैं। वॉच आवर नेक्स्ट एपिसोड टू फ्यूल योर ओन हॉस्पिटैलिटी जर्नी। तो आइए सुनते हैं शेफ सुभाष से उनकी कहानी, उनकी हॉस्पिटैलिटी जर्नी। लेट्स लिसन, लर्न एंड लीड टुगेदर। हाय शेफ, वेलकम टू HospeTalk. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बीइंग विद अस. आई नो, जनरली मैं सभी से बोल रहा होता हूँ कि हमारे बिजी ऑपरेशंस में से टाइम निकालना, गिविंग टू मी, देन सिटिंग, आंसरिंग द क्वेश्चंस एंड डूइंग द पॉडकास्ट, वो यूजुअली काफ़ी उनके उस दिन के हिसाब से उनका काफ़ी टाइम ले लेता है. बट इन योर सिनेरियो इट इज़ जेन्युइनली यू ट्रैवल टू मालदीव्स फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर पॉडकास्ट. थैंक यू सो मच. मेरा यूजुअल क्वेश्चन, टेल अस अबाउट योर जर्नी, हाउ डिड इट स्टार्टेड?
First of all, thank you so much, Vikas, for finalizing and choosing me to talk about it. In initial days when I started my career, I used to be a very introvert, not like expressing myself and talking. But I feel today's day and time it is very important for a person to talk and share how. For me, it's been 18 years that I'm working in this industry, and I have seen the changes. And it's a drastic change. I would say after COVID, things have changed in multiple folds. And I think this would be the right platform where I would be able to share the shift over or the change or the understanding of different mindset plays into the action. So thank you so much for welcoming me.
You are currently leading the kitchen culinary team at Nooe Maldives. how does it feel, from you have been working, you have worked India के almost सारे top brands के साथ, and now you are currently working in Maldives. How does it feel?
It feels great. I feel in Maldives, I'm surrounded by nature, amazing blue turquoise water, and blue sky, open blue sky. And sometimes when the weather is little dramatic, then strong wind. But it is pure bliss in the morning, in the evening.
Yes.
So that is something that actually got me or inspired me to be there in Maldives. But coming back to the journey, how it all started and how I feel. I started in 2008 with Taj as a management trainee, HOMT as a hotel operational management trainee. Okay, and and worked with Taj for almost 6 years in different properties like Taj Bengal, then Taj Rambagh Jaipur, then opened another one property in Taj Guwahati, though after a break when I was with Imperial, and then first when I came to Maldives in 2015 after that. It's been quite a good journey from Taj to Marriott to Hyatt to Hilton, and then last assignment before coming to Maldives was in Sandals Grand Antigua, which is in Antigua Barbuda, in one of the Caribbean country or the island, you can call it. So what actually keeps me moving or going, it is the travel and pure nature and a different culture to understand, and of course definitely for our industry, for my industry, it is like very important if you like to explore different culture or the background and people. It makes it very much exciting and enormous for a person to enjoy what we have. Yeah, definitely I sometimes struggle and feel that if my friends and family, my whoever actually belongs from the family can travel and be there, but that's okay. I have been fortunate enough to travel multiple places, and I feel great about when I travel, and it is amazing. Leading Nooe Maldives, I was in Caribbean Grand Antigua, Sandals Grand Antigua. It is very far, almost like 1.5 days of travel. Once I had the US visa, then it was very easy, but it was very difficult from there to travel, almost like 36-40 hours of travel and play and plan everything, how things going to go, where you're going to stop over, and where would be the layover and things. So that was quite a hectic, but with the same kind of setup, weather, atmosphere, people. So when I got the opportunity to restart again in Maldives, I thought, no, it would be the brilliant place. And Nooe Maldives, it's a fantastic place, I must say, because the culture what we build is the balanced life. So work is not a stress there, work is fun, play. So that is what I really, really enjoy, and I can definitely focus much more rigorously with my team's learning, well-being and development. That is the mantra that the management carries, and how the middle management carries, and then it flows down. So it's great.
वंडरफुल शेफ. नूही मालदीव्स, हम जैसे जैसे पॉडकास्ट बढ़ेगा हम वैसे ऑफ कोर्स और ज़्यादा बात करेंगे इन एवरी एस्पेक्ट एक्चुअली. बट कमिंग बैक टू योर culinary journey, what inspired you?
What inspired me? If I can go back 18 years back and tell you how things happened and what I feel, it would be two different things. I never had a plan to join hospitality industry. I wanted to be a chartered accountant, actually. Okay. And I scored, I passed out from Calcutta University with BCom honors distinction, okay? And that is in 2005 I'm talking about. And then I had to face the reality, and when I cleared the foundation, then a lot of people discouraged me in terms of that it's going to take long years, it's going to take multiple takes, and how long. And I being from a very, middle class family, low middle class family, so I look into this scenario and imagine how things going to be if I'm studying and struggling for another 5-7 years, and after that I'm not very sure how things going to fall in place. So I asked my dad, what should I do? My dad told me, you are very good in studies, you are very good in everything, whatever you do, you choose, your decision would be the final one.
Wonderful.
That gave me a courage, and and I have always been very experimental. I don't know for what reason, but so my dad took me to one of his friend. So uncle and auntie, they were there. They told me, what do you like doing? I said, I play football, I love it, and I cook sometime, and then things started falling in place. Then there were a couple of options they actually suggested me, and food production was one of them, not the hotel management, food production, because I did not have the idea of hotel management. So then I started exploring, and I got to know to join food production, to be a chef, you need to do a hotel management. So that is when I put the chartered accountant story at the back and try to be a chef, natural chef, or who can cook dal chawal, simple dal chawal, okay, which I was doing fantastically. When I was 6 or 7, first time I cooked kheer, and my mom was very happy, okay. So I thought, why not? I gave that thought, and I really started enjoying in the college for 3 years. So almost in every fest, in almost everything, I was there and cooking and enjoying. It gave me a feeling that I can do cooking the best. Rest everything I am not very sure. I actually was not very sure, but eventually, study and everything fall in place, and I enjoyed. Then second year, bar got my attention. Okay, I was studying, understanding. But eventually in third year, I said, no, leave it. I'm going to be a chef, whatever it is. And then the journey started. And since then, only one thing makes me real happy is that when I'm stressed, when I'm frustrated, when I'm unhappy, if I go and cook, naturally for some time, whatever I feel like, if I cook my meal, then I'm happy. All my stress are gone. So this is something that keeps me moving and keeps me happy throughout my journey.
शेफ आपने ना बहुत सारे प्री ओपनिंग प्रोजेक्ट्स में काम किया है ना. सो व्हाट इज योर गो टू स्ट्रेटजी व्हेन इट कम्स टू द प्री ओपनिंग प्रॉपर्टीज?
Pre-opening properties are actually fun. My first pre-opening property as a sous chef was in Hilton Bangalore Embassy Golf Lane, and eventually that property, the opening date, kept on shifting, and we opened that property in 2014. And I realized that when you join in pre-opening, you kind of set a lot of standard, which eventually becomes the footstep for your predecessors to follow, your next hoteliers, or when you leave, they will talk about it. They understand that, they maintain that, and it is very important for the pre-opening team to set the right standard, right operating flow, and the process in a very stern way, a very strict way, so that things can be not short-term basis, it can be for a longer term. That really kicked me, that really helped me in a lot of reading, understanding in terms of your cuisine, local cuisine, how to amalgamate and how to make things fall in place. So Chef Roshan Mendonca, who is the GM of Hyatt Regency Lucknow, she was one of my mentor there. And then Chef Anirban Das Gupta, everybody knows him. He's the current executive chef for Oberoi Bangalore. So they were that kind of strong mentors that I got in my life, and they helped me to set that foundation very strong. That helped me to work in multiple pre-opening projects. So I think it is fun when you connect with your team, when you set standard according to your level of standard, and it is like building a house by your own hand, or by standing, that you are setting everything by your own. So that's an amazing feeling.
You've spoken about mentors, है ना, हमारी इंडस्ट्री में कितने या किस हद तक ये इम्पॉर्टेंट है टू हैव मेंटर्स? जो मुझे लगता है आज की डेट में जो हमारे यंग जनरेशन्स हैं, है ना, उनको ये कहीं ना कहीं समझने की ज़रूरत है कि वाई इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट, बट एट द सेम टाइम आपके लिए वो कितना इम्पॉर्टेंट रहा, प्लस हाउ वॉज इट हेल्पफुल इन टर्म्स ऑफ योर प्रोफेशनल जर्नी और करियर?
I am talking about my starting my career in 2008. So I'm a millennial, and we are living mostly with Gen Zs now. We are dealing with Gen Zs. So I still need to adapt to that Gen Z mentality and the culture. But still,
नहीं सभी को है
but still,
everybody is
millennial. We understand one thing. Always, if we have a good mentor, great mentor, you try to be a replica of that person. And I always feel that, conglomeration of Chef Anirban, Chef Roshan, Shobhan Kumar, they are in some or the other way. I have always been trying to catch or adapt the best of the attributes that they carry and to become a refined person like that. So I think mentors are the best gift, right? Mentors are the best gift that one person can get in any industry, not only in our industry.
Talking about menu designing, right? काफ़ी hot topic है हमारी इंडस्ट्री का, but how do you balance out? I mean, एक मेन्यू में बहुत सारे aspects होते हैं, like you need to bring creativity, local ingredients, and क्योंकि इंटरनेशनल ब्रांड्स में आपने इतना काम किया, इट हैज़ टू बी, जो आपका मेन्यू है वो ग्लोबल अपील के साथ आना चाहिए. So, how did you manage this challenge?
This is a topic which a lot of people have got different or the varied understanding. So, when a chef design, most of the chef in our industry, what they do, they carry their old or the previous created great recipes or great dishes and put it in the new menu in a new form, and it continues with the chef. I also did. I am not saying that, when I was a sous chef, when I was in Taj Guwahati, when I was in, Bangalore, I did that. It was quite comforting. But when I understood this, one of my mentors, who is the F&B, operation head for Hilton, he explained me this concept of you are a representative of the place or the brand or the people whom you are feeding. You are not the representative of the person who was in the another property and came to that place. When I understood this concept, that actually helped me to build or bring out the best of the menu designing understanding from me. How? Like for example, when I would be in when I was in Lucknow, I definitely had a lot of international dishes and everything. But one dish that I had in my menu, Muradabadi aloo sandwich. Very simple, generous. A lot of people will think, what is the difference? It is an aloo sandwich or, like something like potato sandwich. But that Muradabadi masala, how it is prepared in Muradabad and how authentically it got amalgamated in my menu and prepared, it definitely created a height, and people were going crazy about it, and people said how authentically you can. So that actually became my signature, putting this local cuisine or the culture or the technique or the understanding, and it has to be real authentic. There is no scope of experimenting. If I am putting a Muradabadi biryani, that has to be a Muradabadi biryani. It doesn't matter where I'm cooking. I can be cooking it in Antigua, in Maldives, in Gurgaon. It has to be. Then the real sense of understanding it comes. So how I prepared or design my menus, first I understand that which clientele I'm making the menus. They are the first focus. Which age group, which like demographic place, which age group, what I am creating, what I am actually catering to. Then it comes to the brand establishment or the the image that the brand carries. That comes into the play. Then the third thing comes, okay, would this market would take an experimental dishes or no? And then on top of that, it has to be a balance of 30%, 35% is a comfort street food, which everybody understand. 20% which people, 50% would love to experiment because of the name suggest, and like out of that 20%, maximum people who would try to experiment something should be there, and something which is experimental, another 50%. So that makes the whole menu, and definitely it has to have the global reach and the understanding of the local people. And obviously when there would be a brand visit, they also need to see, okay, what's interesting, what's different that you have cooked. So those things definitely plays an important role in my but the prime focus is whom I'm going to serve, what they want to have. It's not like what I want to serve them or what I want to feed them. Okay, but yeah, definitely there is a certain percentage of how I am going to present that, how I am going to cook that, and how I am going to create a memory that they will definitely talk about it somewhere or the other. No, I had that dish, that was amazing, and that kept me,
yes,
rolling.
Talking about Nooe Maldives, आपकी culinary team में diversification, Maldives में तो ये बहुत पॉपुलर और हॉट टॉपिक रहता है, राइट? यू हैव टू मेंटेन द रेशो विद इन द स्टाफ एंड स्टफ. सो जो आपके चैलेंजेस हैं, हाउ डू यू ओवरकम, हाउ डू यू कीप योर टीम मोटिवेटेड, हाउ डू यू कीप योर टीम ऑन द सेम प्लेटफॉर्म? क्योंकि हम जनरली अगर आपका फूड सॉर्टेड है, राइट, तो रिजॉर्ट सॉर्ट आउट हो जाता है, जनरली स्पीकिंग, राइट? क्योंकि गेस्ट मालदीव्स में मेरे हिसाब से 2 या 3 चीज़ें ही एक्सपीरियंस करना चाहता है: हॉलीडे टाइम, द सर्विसेज, राइट, आई मीन जो मालदीव्स की ब्यूटीफुल सीनरीज हैं, नेचर हैं, एंड थर्ड इज़ ऑफ कोर्स फूड, probably drinks also. But so how do you overcome such challenges?
No, honestly speaking, when as you very correctly said, when your team is on the one page, I would say there is no challenge, honestly, because when your team understands and performs the way they should, I think it is great. To bring them or to get sync with them, it is very important. I think work is not the only platform. We need to share emotions, we need to share journey, we need to share activities, and that is how we build a team where after the work we are together, either sometime drinking or going for a fishing trip or going for a local island hopping, or like nothing but cooking in an apartment and going, everybody is sharing a meal. Okay,
इंडिया में अगर हमें यही सेम एक्टिविटीज़ करनी हो, क्या ये जो मालदीव्स की सीनरी है, डज़ इट रियली हेल्प टू जो टीम में एक अलग तरह की कामनेस रहती है, एक अलग तरह का ठहराव, जो मुझे सुनने को आता है हमेशा से, दैट दे आर चिलिंग, दे डू नॉट यूजुअली, बहुत जनरली स्ट्रेस आउट नहीं होते हैं, है ना? तो क्या ये वो मालदीव्स में जो आपको अभी एज यू मेंशन कि आप स्कूबा डाइविंग के लिए निकल जाते हो, या टीम बॉन्डिंग सेशंस जो हैं, अब हाउ डज इट इफेक्ट?
सी, व्हेन वी वर्क इन अ सिटी in India, I'm talking about, we have got multiple people who are staying in that city, and we will definitely have a few people who are not from that city, but they are staying. But when you work in a city hotel, you have got exposure of lot of activities, like for example, go for a movie, football, somebody has got some other commitment, like going for a date, some family functions or something. So in India, getting a team together, it's quite difficult. Not everybody can, but definitely you can definitely get 50%, 60% together, and that is how it has been with me. But in Maldives, it is a very straightforward operation. Like for example, we have a 72 villa resort, okay, luxury, and that particular platform gives us 140 to 150 guests. So they are, now we don't have an abrupt business coming over that all of a sudden we have got 50 packs booking or 100 packs booking. So everything is very systematic and planned, unlike in the city hotel. So you know that okay, this our team or us going to be working for 8 hours, 9 hours, and after that finish. So 9:30, 10 o'clock operation finishes, and then we do some activities, some movie, some drinks and everything. So after that it's not like that, some person would be stuck because of the abrupt operations.
Okay.
So that plays a very important role because it is all systematic and like straightforward. But in India, in other countries where you have got that abruptcy of business flow, then that plays a little
तो वहाँ से वो थोड़ा imbalance out होता है.
or we in the island when we stay, we are almost like everybody stays single there. So apart from the team, we don't have any family or anybody to mingle with. So that also plays an important role, that that is the family. So you spend the time with family.
18+ years अभी तक आपकी जो जर्नी रही है, आई एम श्योर बहुत सारी अचीवमेंट्स होंगी जो आपने वाइल योर जर्नी अचीव की होंगी. बट लेट्स टॉक अबाउट एनी वन पर्टिकुलर अचीवमेंट जिससे आपको लगा कि यू फेल्ट रियली प्राउड ऑफ कि यार इसी का तो कब से इंतज़ार कर रहा था.
I have never thought about it. But yeah, there were happy moments. I think I have to do a lot to achieve when I can say, okay, no, I've done great. I think this chapter is yet to come, not has arrived. But yeah, definitely if I have to talk about a few great moments or call it success, when I have seen the people who have worked with me or whom I have trained, they grown up, they are holding a great position, and they have become much wiser. And when people learn how to give without thinking or demanding or keeping anything in mind, and okay, if I give this or if I do this, this will happen to me. And when that thought process goes away from your mind, I think that you become much more wise. And with with lot of people or lot of industry veteran that I have trained, and they have grown from the ladder step by step, and they are holding a great position, and that gives me satisfaction, very much happiness. But yeah, I am traveling, I am happy. I think those are the moments. There is nothing as specific that I am really proud of. I think once I will step up the ladder of becoming a general manager and then the VP of any organization, I think then I can say that I have arrived or I have reached somewhere where I want to.
I think you will become, I was going through your LinkedIn profile and I was so impressed. Like as in my profession, I have to go through a lot of profiles. And then I see that they've made that tiniest mistake, और जो उन कई बार sometimes it cost them their career. But in your case, I mean ऐसे नहीं कि आप मेरे सामने बैठे तो मैं आपके लिए अच्छी बातें कर रहा हूँ, but generally speaking, I think you have been very choosy enough for a rightful reasons. You worked across अगर हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री की बात करेंगे, आपने इतने अच्छे ब्रांड्स के साथ काम किया है. इवन करंटली Nooe Maldives, as I said, Maldives में to become an HOD and leading a diverse team, वो अपने आप में एक टास्क होता है. Me sitting here telling things is altogether another story, but एक्चुअली वहाँ पे रहना, चीज़ों को रन करने में अपने आप में एक ओके. सो अगर आपको डिफ़िकल्टी आ रही है कि अचीवमेंट में, मेरे हिसाब से आई थिंक दिस इज़ योर अचीवमेंट. यू बीन डूइंग वंडरफुल जॉब. आई वाज वेरी एक्साइटेड अबाउट दिस पॉडकास्ट. लाइक जैसे घर पे पॉडकास्ट कुछ पता लगता है कि मैं इस जैसे आई स्टार्ट शेयरिंग विद माई क्लोज फ्रेंड्स है, यार मैं उनका पॉडकास्ट कर रहा हूँ, मैं उनका पॉडकास्ट कर रहा हूँ, उनका इट्स वेरी ब्यूटीफुल, वेरी नाइस गाय. आई थिंक सभी ने देव प्रेज्ड यू अ लॉट फॉर द काइंड ऑफ वर्क you have been doing for our industry. Talking about you being the exec chef of Nooe Maldives, mindful living ये ब्रांड का DNA है ना. So how do you reflect your food philosophy और उसको align कैसे करते हैं आप?
I think food automatically gets aligned with the thought process or of the leader. The team also get aligned with the leader. If it is rightly projected, if it is rightly put across. Like for example, if I want certain things in certain way, or if the management or the company or the organization wants in certain way, so they will start building the DNA. And that is what in our DNA, that we try and maintain a very balanced life. Our food is very balanced, our culture is very balanced, our activities are very balanced. It is not like, I will give you one example. As in, the HOD team or the leadership team. So over there we have got HOD, which is head of the department, and assistant head of the department. So we coexist. It's not like that HOD is entitled for this, HOD is not. So we are, it's like, when somebody, like for example, when I'm here with you, my assistant HOD is running the department, and as I should be, and it is very transparent, and there is nothing hidden, or there is nothing that we carry. Okay, this I should not, delegate, or this I should not let that person know. It's not like that. We maintain a very balanced and harmonious life there. First, second thing is that we talk very spontaneously with clarity. Like for example, if anything, any smallest of the decision or the project is being taken into the consideration, I feel like explaining that to my team. Why it is done, when it would be done, and how it would be done, and what would be your role into it. I am being very transparent and clear, because I believe to get team aligned, this plays a major role. How you are thinking, if you don't express to the team, sometimes they don't get aligned. And over a period of time, I understand that with the diverse team, it is very important. And we maintain a fantastic, harmonious activity and team balance.
And Chef, how do you ensure the food safety and the cost management, without compromising quality? I think ये सबसे बड़ा challenge है for every chef.
Food safety, you very well said. How do you ensure? In Maldives, we have got a company called Ensure. So they are our food safety partners, and they are quite strict, and team is quite trained, and I don't think there is any challenge like the way we face in India. Over there, the system is much more stabilized, much more systemized. So there is no problem in terms of that. And you have got all sort of equipments, facilities, and your clinical tests and everything are online, according to the system. So that is perfectly fine. Cost management, when you have your recipe, your standard, and everything is calculated, every order, every shipment is planned, your consumption is planned, so there is no abruptcy. Unless there is an abrupt like wastage or something, or not calculative cooking,
Yes.
then there is some problem. Otherwise, it is all systematic, and I really don't see a challenge. It's a very smooth sailing.
Done. And talking about AI, काफ़ी hot topic बन गया है. So do you think that AI will impact our kitchen operations, और ये अगर करेगा तो how it is going to be, whether it is going to be helpful, not helpful? What are your take on AI?
I am not a very advanced in terms of AI or any technicality of the development of the current world. I am not very much pro into it, but I want to get pro into it. I really want to know and get inside of it, and that has been my in the list of to learn to do. I really want to get the inside of it and understand how it can definitely help me and my career, and which can be. I know that there is one system that is operating all across Middle East and some like places in the USA, that you throw your food and it gets calculated based on how many people was you fed, what was your occupancy percentage, and
Yes.
what was your total consumption, and what is the waste. So that in that aspect, definitely it is helping, because when you are throwing food, it is definitely some people are going hungry, because the cultivation of the food still, like statistics says that 1/3 of the world, they stay hungry or eat one time a meal. So I think definitely that would be a great impact for the humanity, for all across, if you think globally. But I still need to get into it, and I think definitely technology progress, I think this will definitely help humanity to grow.
And जो हमारे young graduates हैं, right? What advice you wanted to give it to them via this podcast? अगर वो ये podcast देख रहे हैं, तो आप उनको ऐसी क्या advice देना चाहते हैं?
Work hard, work diligently, and most importantly, if you choose to be a hotelier, if you choose to be a hotelier working in the hotel segments and hotel industry, then you need to love this industry with all in. Because there is one great saying, if you count the hours, then you will not be able to reach where you're supposed to reach in the initial days. If you don't count your hours and keep working with your passion, then you don't have to count hours later.
Very nicely said.
And it is very important. Like for example, I will tell you something. What you like doing the most?
Me?
Apart from your work?
Apart from my work? Oh, that's a tough one, to be honest. But let's say, playing cricket, let's say, of course. Let's say,
so like
whenever
for example,
I get a time, of course, I play cricket.
Like for example, you like playing cricket. At 10 o'clock, if your friend says, let's go for a cricket, 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the night, will you be up for it, or will you say no?
Absolutely up for it.
If your wife is also angry, then also?
Yes.
That's called passion. When you have got your passion sorted, life is sorted. So that is what I feel, and I believe if people consider in that way, what brings the happiness from inside or within you, that should be your passion, and keep striving on it. Then you will definitely have or reach somewhere in life.
But this is what I love about experienced guys like you. You make things so easy. Like आपने चुटकी में वो जो problem है ना, like in जो young generation है who wanted to come, I think even for them also defining that moment of passion. Everybody talk about that I'm passionate about it, but you so simply आपने एक झटके में मेरे को बता दिया कि ये है आपका निचोड़, ये है आपका passion. Thank you so much for doing this.
Lovely.
But of course घर जाके शायद problem हो जाए बीवी के साथ. That's another part. But बहुत सारे जो हमारी younger generation है, commies, DCDP, CDPs, they wanted to become an exit chef, right, in coming 5 or 6 years. तो ऐसे कौन से attributes हैं जो आपको लगता है कि उनको ये जो minimum है, like it doesn't matter whether they are working as a commies, DCDP or CDP, है ना, वो उस लेवल पे काम करें, तो ऐसे कौन से एट्रीब्यूट्स हैं जो उनको टिल द लेवल ऑफ एग्जिट शेफ हमेशा लाइफ टाइम के लिए हेल्प करेंगे?
I will give this answer to you in a very generic way, not particular to a commie or particular to a chef or to F&B. I think wherever we are working, or when if I'm talking about the young generation, if they're working in a particular department, if that is their chosen and finalized department by them, and if they are happy what they are doing, then 2-3 things I feel that they should get into it. First, the nitty-gritty of the department, like the smallest detailing. Like for example, one person is in F&B. What is this glass? This glass is called Tom Collin, okay, or a highball glass. Why it is called Tom Collin? What is the size or the serving size of the glass? Okay, which companies they manufacture? What is the price? Who are the suppliers? Now people who are very young in the initial stage, They don't think about all of this. Okay, this is highball, this is Tom Collin, this has got maximum to the serving size. So if a person thinks and questions himself or herself, which is not exactly in front but beyond, then the nitty-gritty of the operation gets into the head very simplistic, and that is where you start formulating. And being an HOD is not a very, I would say, very great thing. Creating leaders, inspiring people is great. We have got a lot of people who can be a very good HOD or a leader, but they don't know how to inspire people. They don't know how to get the team moving or going. Then we are not being able to generating the next level of the leaders, and that is not good for our industry. We need to have that going. So I think it works in both ways. The team or the young people should have the nitty-gritty understanding and operational question behind what is going on, how things would be, and take a learning from there. And as a leader to motivate and energize. And a lot of leaders in like today's day and time, they don't want to grow up and they don't want to let the other person to come and take their seat. I think that needs to be a flow. I believe when you grow or when you make people so empowered and make them grow, you eventually grow further. Okay, that is, and with passion. If there is a passion-driven work that you are doing and you love doing it, it doesn't matter that how much struggle you do. You will definitely shine through. This, I am talking with my experience, one. Second, one sentence one of my college teacher, okay, told me when I was actually, studying. She told me that, okay, you guys see it is very hard, very difficult, but believe me, if you guys give 5 years of yours from your total lifetime, 5 dedicated, passionate years to the industry, then industry would take care of you. And which I took it to my heart and did that diligently. More than 5 years, but definitely I think
I think it typically depends on
correct.
Your stamina, the way you think, you understand things, correct. The way you perform them. I think वो थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे चलता है.
And industry takes care of you. Truly, industry takes care of you. Okay, but yeah, creating leaders, creating the next level of command is very important. So when I look at a commie who is working, I look that, okay, this person going to be a sous chef in a couple of years. So he or she should have those attributes and to come into that level. And then eventually we all grow.
जो यंग जनरेशन है ना, कॉमीज है हमारे, राइट, आपके हिसाब से व्हाट आर द कॉमन मिस्टेक्स दे यूजुअली मेक और वो उसको अवॉइड कैसे कर सकते हैं?
हाँ, nowadays, today's day and time, I see in India there are a lot of freshers, a lot of people who has got 1 or 2 years of experience. They want everything so quick. Like for example, I was a HOMT, I became a chef de partie in 2 years. I was never a DCDP or a commie or things like that. But I understand that how hard it was. Then I spent almost 3.5 years as a chef de partie to become a sous chef. So eventually, the industry will take a time, stipulated time to reach into a certain level. Because if you don't spend that stipulated time, your attributes, your 360 learning or the holistic understanding will not fall in place. So if people try to learn things faster, which is good, but need to give time to get that particular attributes of the designation to get absorbed.
My next question is, chef, if you were have to start your career all over again, ऐसी कौन सी चीजें हैं जो आप थोड़ा सा differently करते हैं?
I think I would have, if I had to start this culinary journey again from the scratch, then I think it would have been fantastic for me with now much wiser or much deep understanding of the industry, how it works, I would have started my career from either from France or from Spain. Beginning of my career working with the Michelin star and get myself acclimatized and much more familiar with the understanding and deep research about the world leading culinary establishment, and then take it to India, where the food is not only food, where food is like a ritual, where food is like the top passion of yours. I would definitely have taken that route.
Talking about Michelin star, right? I mean, first restaurant, 3 Michelin stars, Chef Himanshu.
Indian restaurant, yeah.
Yes, Indian restaurant, yes.
Yeah.
And first in the world, in
Correct.
fact, to be honest,
Yes.
awarded 3 Michelin stars. What's your say on this? I mean, I felt really proud.
No, we all are Indian, and I think it is Chef Himanshu Sani created definitely a great stepping stone for Indians to think beyond. So now that is the first, and there can be and should be multiple. And I think being in Dubai, that he has that opportunity and ability to create that. Certainly. And I think we all Indian working abroad anywhere in the world where there is a possibility, and that has not come over a day or a night. Okay, it has come with a long years of tenacized, experienced the kitchen environment for a long period of time. So I think we all, being Indian, we need to be much more optimistic and focused towards our goal and work, so that we can get many more Michelin stars.
And Chef, what is your personal mantra for leadership in the kitchen?
I don't know. I have been working as an executive chef for, it's been 8 years, 7 years, 7.5. I feel when you are very authentic, very genuine to connect with your team and share things which are in a very open and transparent manner, people look up to you, people follow you, people build trust on you. And that is how I feel that, that is what is the connection. And I feel like not to talk about work when it is not necessary. I think the person who is doing the work, like for me example, I really want to talk, I really want my superior or my reporting boss should talk to me not only about work, apart from work. The same way I also try and do the same, that when I can get along or get close to my people or my team apart from work, not only considering work or anything. But I think that is much more fun and interest.
Chef, Exi Chef, then of course an international brand, Nooe, Maldives. ये सब कुछ सुनने में बहुत अच्छा लगता है, right? But generally, as far as I know, it takes a lot out of you, right, to become or to reach at that level. So throughout your career journey, right, how did you manage to stay focused? How did you manage to stay motivated? How do you manage to personally maintain that positive energy?
I really don't think so. It requires a special attention or dedication, because when you love what you do, you get energized. You get that energy from that particular work. As I told, as I tell my team, if you really love cooking, or if you really practice how to put love in your food, then it does not only make the guest happy, it makes your soul also very happy. And I think I am a very happy soul person, because I enjoy what I am doing and I love guiding or mentoring or training people. So it doesn't require any additional or special energy or a strategy out of me. But definitely what it requires, being in Maldives, I sometimes miss my daughter, sometimes miss my family, but that is how it is. But they are my family when I'm there in the island, and the entire resort team is like a family. So but eventually I meet my family after a short break, and everything falls in place. I have started running, I have started exercising. It's been a couple of months, and I feel much more energetic and happy about it. Earlier, I only used to consider work, and I love eating, and that you can see. But I'm trying to be little healthy and watching my calories and all. So that is also need of the hour or need of the time. I believe if I have to run for a longer period of time, then I have to be fit and fine. So that
absolutely yes. And chef, if you ever got a chance or you to have a dinner with any hospitality leader, तो वो आप किसके साथ करना चाहोगे और क्यों, और वहाँ उस टाइम डिस्कशन क्या होगी?
I really get inspired from Mr. Kapil Chopra, the CEO of, or the managing director of the Postcard Hotels. His energy, his understanding, and the aura that he wants to create, and his energy that he wants to maneuver into the industry, that is, I am really, really interested to. So I want to meet him, talk to him, and definitely to have a dinner with him. So it would be a great insight for a person like me to have that inflow of the energy from Mr. Kapil Chopra. So I think if he listen to it, if he get or allow, then it might happen one day.
Absolutely, we will try our level best to make it happen.
Thank you.
But yes. Moving towards the next round, which is what we call rapid fire. I ask a question और आप लंबे चौड़े answers नहीं दे सकते, hardly 2 or maximum 3 words.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, ready?
Okay.
All right. One ingredient you can't live without.
One ingredient I can't live without: ginger.
Worst kitchen disaster you've handled?
There are plenty.
You are the first one who said there are plenty.
One. Yeah, I remember one non-veg pizza to a person eating, has never eaten anything, any non-veg, no onion, no garlic in Guwahati. So that is one of it.
Oh. If not a chef, what would you be? I know earlier आपने पहले बोला था CA, but now you've seen everything.
I want to be a pilot.
One dish that defines Chef Subhash.
Has to be created by me.
Anything, but it must define you. I mean that's what the question says. So let's make it yours.
Any dish that defines me. Scotch egg. I can explain why.
Please.
If you know this Scotch egg, it's like it has got a multiple layers. You have got the meat, you have got the egg, then you have got the crumb, and then it is fried. And when you see it, you feel the crust, the hard surface. The moment you cut it through and then you go inside it, and then you understand that how fluid or the liquid the egg yolk is. And I think as a person, if I have to explain myself, I think these are the layers that I think the tougher surface holds the softness of the egg inside.
Very cunningly said. Maldives or Delhi, easier kitchen to manage, and why?
I actually don't want easier, I want tougher, but Maldives is easier.
A favorite kitchen slang or phrase you often use?
Chaudhary mat ban.
A food trend you are currently loving?
Food trend that I am currently loving. Watching your calorie, what you are intaking.
Favorite destination for a culinary vacation?
Favorite destination, that is in my to-do list, Japan.
Wow.
This year.
And would you rather create a new dish or perfect a classic?
Both actually. Both. Based on the situation. Sometimes when I'm teaching, I would try to stick to the classic and show it to them.
course, yes.
or present the authentic, the real version of it. But when it comes to showing off, when it comes to impressing someone, it definitely has to be with a new touch or my touch, putting something new in the table.
Last question of the podcast, Chef. What message would you love to give to the hospitality leaders, the newcomers, or hospitality professionals?
I feel the hospitality in India, it is great. People are very well connected and people are helping each other. But when I look into the aspect outside, how the community, like for example UK, Italy, Spain, how the people or the generation, the older generation helps the younger generation, that is incredible. And I feel that if being in the industry or the hospitality industry in India, if we can create that kind of an aura and impact for our next generation, helping them, nurturing them, guiding them, and then I think we will create definitely a great balance and a harmony in our industry. And obviously another one for the newcomers, understand the industry, what is going to take, need to have that passion to make their life worth it, to make themselves stand. They need to struggle 5 years without thinking of anything, full dedication, full passion, then only things can fall in place. Otherwise it can only last for few years, that's it.
Done, Chef. Thank you so much. मुझे बहुत मज़ा आया आपकी बातें सुन के. आई होप हमारे व्यूअर्स को, हॉस्पिटैलिटी प्रोफेशनल्स को उतना ही मज़ा आएगा. थैंक यू सो मच. विशिंग यू ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट. होपफुली मैं आपका दोबारा से पॉडकास्ट करूं व्हेन यू बिकम अ GM एंड देन दोबारा से पॉडकास्ट करूं व्हेन यू बिकम अ VP. बट थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you.